Good afternoon. This is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Winging it on Wednesday. I'm not really winging it because I'm just showing you a card that I had designed, but it's a cute little card with the Best Witches stamp set, which is so adorable. I don't always do a lot of Halloween things, but when they get these sweet little things, I can't resist. And we have a couple of little special things that we did on it. So I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to turn the camera around. And we were going to get started. So thank you for joining me now, joining me later. I always say this after I say I'm going to turn the camera around, but I will turn the camera around. And then we'll get started. And we're at like 977 on our YouTube subscribers. So please subscribe, share it if you think your friends would like the video. And we'll just keep growing. So here we go, turning it around. Hello, Patty. Yay, Patty in Florida. I saw you were doing tons of work in your yard. Holy cow. Lots to pick up and lots to do. I give you guys a lot of credit. I'm glad you're taking a break to come in and watch me. Here we go. We'll make it a little bigger. So see that cute little witch? She's adorable. This is the set. It's so cute. I love the toad. And I'm using the, this is the black and white designer paper. This was like the Halloween paper, and it's all black and white designs. So, and gray, see that? So much fun. I love it. So that's what I'm using on this, and I'm giving it a pop of color using the Parakeet Party and the Sweet Sorbet paper. So that just kind of pops it. So this is the card. Ta-da. If you've got it, haunt it. Isn't that cute? I think that's kind of cute. So here we go. Here's my card. Everything is all ready. This little square gets to be the frog. And yes, there are no dies for this set. So I will cut out that cute little toad. This is for our main. Oh, the dog's going under there. This is for our main character here. And then here's all these bright colors. So one thing I wanted to show you. So the base of the card is the Parakeet Party. So nice and bright. Julie already put this through the embossing folder. So we have this brick embossing folder. See how cool that is? But when you cover it up, you don't see it as much. So what we are doing on this particular card, I'm taking my craft white. This is an old one, craft white. And I'm taking my little dauber for craft white, and I'm just going to lightly, I'm going to start out in the center so I don't get it too hard because that's going to be covered up. You're just going to lightly kind of go over some of the bricks. There's a lot of ink on here. Half the time you don't have to add any ink because there's a lot on here. So I'm just going over the bricks that are raised up, and it just gives it a little bit more texture. You can see that the cool bricks in there. So just one other little super simple thing to kind of make it stand out a little bit more. Ta-da! There we go. I think most of it is covered. It's on this side that's not. So there we go. Okay. That's my one trick. I'm a one-trick pony today. That's it. Okay. And then we might as well go ahead and put these things together. And I can put that right on the base then. So I use the polka dots, so either side, but we're using with the gray because that's how I designed it. Come on. And then this one, most of the time, here we go. I never put my cap on. That is naughty. Don't do that. If you put your cap on and you leave it setting on the side, you don't have to shake it down, and it won't, get a little clog in there, but I can't do it. So on this one, I have just a really slight border. I wanted a lot of it to show. I just wanted that pop of color. So it has an 1/8 inch border instead of what we normally do. And then this one, we did the gray stripe here. So again, this little tiny 1/8 inch border around it. There. Sometimes you need that, just to leave it a little bit plain. All right, let's go ahead. We'll put this on here. I'm just going to glue that on right away. I'm going up the middle because this is embossed. You're not getting just that completely flat surface. So I did run a little more glue on here, and I'm just eyeballing it up and down and to the side here. There we go. Let's see here. I think I have to move it just a smidgen. There we go. Okay. Ta-da. And then my little stripe went out here like this. And I kind of put it, I don't know, about here. Just eyeballing everything. Part of it is going to be covered up. And I could have made that smaller, but when I'm designing, I never know how it's going to end up. So I just kind of go with the flow. There we go. Okay, let's do a little stamping. So I'm going to color my girl with the blend. So I'm using Memento. And it's a bigger stamp, so I'm just going to go like this. Ta-da, ta-da. She's so cute. All right. Just going to line that up. Put her down. It goes just about brim, hat brim to hat brim here. Brim to brim. Give it a good press. Ta-da. All right. I pressed a little too much. You see what I did there? Oh, that will bother me. I have a little, I pressed it too much and I rocked it apparently a little bit. So I have a sand eraser that sometimes, otherwise I'm going to put an embellishment there. Yeah, it doesn't want to come out, but I lightened it up a little bit. So that's okay. We'll fix it with embellishments. And then here's my little toad, frog, whatever he is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that I completely know the difference. There we go. And he will get cut out. Okay. So I think I put the writing in the inside. Yeah, I stamped this guy in the inside too, because he's just so darn cute. So as long as I'm stamping, I might as well do that. So there's my little guy inside. And if you've got it, haunt it. I think that's cute. Here we go. Oh, well, that was horrible. Holy cow. Did you see what I did? Big mistake. Wow. I'm a beginner stamper. Please forgive me. Let's try it again. Holy cow. That's terrible. Some days are just better than others. I'm going to be younger later today because I'm getting my hair colored again. Maybe it's because I don't know why. Wow, that's better. Oh boy, that's bad. Okay. So let's start coloring our little girl here. So here's the blends. I'll tell you what I used. I have to cut that one out. So I used the light and dark sweet sorbet, so the combo. I call it the combo. Light and dark black, the basic black. The combo of the Parakeet Party, fluorescent and fun. And then I used dark so saffron. I don't know where I put that. Oh, her hair. Duh. Okay. Dark so saffron. The skin tone, I used the SU 700. The dirt is dark soft suede. And then I used a little of the light flirty flamingo. You know what for? You know what for. That's what I always put on cheeks because I think it looks cute. So I am going to start out with her little dress here. Some of these I have to like double check when I'm doing them just to make sure I get everything right. So she has a little collar here. That collar is part of the her little robe, or her little, what's that called? Goes on behind you. Superman wears cape. Yeah, that's it. That's part of her cape. Man, Lucky Julie's here to help me find my words today. Here we go. It would be a cape. In the olden days, I sewed when one of my, Parker, one of my grandsons, second oldest now, so he's not wearing the cape anymore, but for his birthday one year, he wanted a cape. And he was so patient. He was pretty little. I brought my sewing machine to, they lived in Norman, Oklahoma, such a wonderful town. And this is this color too. And anyhow, he watched me make that whole cape. He sat and watched me sew his cape. And I thought, how exciting can that be for a kid? But he enjoyed it. I thought that was really, really patient. All right, so we have a little bit, some lines here. So I'm going with the dark and I'm adding in these lines. I always add in just a little bit where you think there would be some shadowing too. We're gonna put a little bit right at the end of her little dress here too. Just gives it a more 3D look. If you start getting lines and you don't like, you know, that I can see that line there, then you just go back with the light and just blend right over that line. And you'll have light and dark, and it'll, when it dries, you'll still have the shading in there, but you won't have that definite line. So here comes this great green. I love the parakeet party. So here is her, the top of her cape. And all along the edges here. Do you ever find that sometimes you have to look at the stamp like, okay, what is this supposed to be? Color in the right parts when it's a little bit more intricate pattern or design. I do that on flowers sometimes. It's like, I don't know if that's part of that. We're going to go up here with our light, and then we'll give it some shading with the dark here. So, ta-da. It goes pretty fast. Yeah, there's coloring, but look how little she is. How can you're not doing that much here on shading. I'm just outlining on the edges. And same thing here. I'm just going to outline the edges a little bit there, just to give it a little more dimension. Okay, so this is for the dirt and for the broom handle. So this is my dark soft suede. There we go. Her broom handle is a stick. It's even got little, that's so cute. And I just kind of, I don't know. I just filled in here and there, just a little bit of something underneath there. Her hair is the dark so saffron. And the broom handle, or the broom end, not the handle. Oh my gosh. There I go again. I'm losing my words. There. Okay, that's good. Now let's do her cute little face. And I'm just kind of going all the way around. I have a piece of fuzz on here. There's her little ear. Okay. And it looks a little dark now, but it does lighten up when it dries. So there we go. And here's my light flirty flamingo. So I add a little bit. Remember with the blends, you can color right over each other. And you still get that little, I'm going to give her a little nose, some pink too. Little pink in there for her cheeks. Okay, here comes the black. So the basic black, light and dark. So again, I usually go over it with the light. So that's what I'm doing here for her hat. And I think underneath I did the dark. So where it shows under the brim of the hat. I'm doing good with the hat words. I just did not do good with the the cape thing. There we go. Okay. I should have the other tip, the pencil tip here. It's a little too thick for this, which I'm going to do right now because I'm going to do her little legs with this color. This is the light basic black. There we go. Color on myself. Okay. Here's the dark basic black, so it's just like a shade darker. But that's underneath her brim, so I thought it should be darker. Under there. There we go. And then I'm going to go along these edges a little bit just to give it some texture. There. Dimension. All right. So this is how it was, and I thought, oh, I'm not real happy with that. I like it, but it's too, like I don't have a blue background or anything. So we took Smoky Slate and one of our brushes, the blending brush. And when I do these, I start off and I just go in because I don't want it too dark. Now we've been using this one. This, I think she's cut this same one for a couple of times because people have wanted to keep doing these, the little cute Halloween ones. And this may cover up my smudge there too. We'll kind of camouflage it. But I'm just going around the edges. I'm not going over her. You know, maybe a little on the feet and that kind of stuff. But as far as the body, I want that nice bright color from our new in colors. I just love them. There. Just want to hit the edge a little bit more so the edge is darker. There. It will also show up and be a nice contrast against the parakeet party that it's layered on top of. There we go. So it's not as stark. That's what I was looking for, I guess. I don't like it real like that. So, ta-da. Let's put our little bit of glue in here. Oh boy. Throw it off to the side. And again, the 1/8 inch layering. Okay, I have to cut out my little toad here, so he goes fast. And I'm cutting him pretty close to the line. You know, when you have die cuts, you have a little bit more, you usually have a little bit around it. I'm cutting fairly close to the line here because he's so tiny. And let's see here. He has little eyebrows, which I'm going to cut off. But I'm going to put them back on with the blend. I'll just draw them on. Just like I draw my eyebrows on. I'll put the frog's eyebrows back on. Here we go. Yeah, up and around. My mom is from Louisiana, and so when we would go visit, I always think of this when the men would go out frog hunting because they would have big, huge fish fries, and they would have fish and frog legs and hush puppies, and oh my gosh, it was always so much fun. The food was good, the company was great, and it was just something, favorite memories of all of us kids. Okay, and I didn't put him up on I just glued him down, so we're going to put a little bit of green glue on him, and he's going to sit right by our little witch here on this corner. He can watch her. There. Ta-da. This is bumped up on dimensionals. There we go. I love those big family gatherings. You can't beat that. We have 6 kids in our family, and you would talk to all of us, our favorite memory was going to Louisiana and visiting with family. Everybody getting together at the camp. It was a wonderful time. Okay. This goes on like right here. And I'm just kind of getting about this length away, a 1/4 inch away, and then just kind of eyeballing it from top to bottom. I don't want to get in the camera way, but there we go. All right, and then we have these great matte dots. This is the new colors. So here we go. We'll put some colors in here. Where's my pickup tool? Here it is. So I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put a smaller one over here. Can't even see my little mistake now. I'm really happy about that. And a bigger one up over here. There we go. 3 of them. Always do an uneven number. Put that back. This is going to go on the front of the card. And again, because this is embossed, and that's a fairly deep one, I'm just going to put a little bit more adhesive on there, the green glue. There we go. And this is cut bigger than I normally do too, because normally this matting is 5 1/4 by 4, but because I did everything narrow, I cut this a little bit bigger also. I thought it looked good. Okay, I have to color this guy because, oh, I have to put the eyebrows on too. So here's my model. I'll look at this guy. Just color him real fast. When we went down to, we had the leadership conference in New Orleans, and we took a cooking class, which was so much fun. And he was talking to us about the difference between Cajun food and, what was it, Cajun and Creole, right? Is that right? I think that's right. It was interesting, depending on where you are. I'm going to just do some extra around here. Oh, like I got a little too much over here, so I'm just going to go over it again. There. And I have to draw on his eyebrows because this guy has none. So all I did was go like this. There. We put his eyebrows back on, glue this up, put it inside, and we're all good to go. Cover up my mistake. That's why I never glue down before I stamp, just in case. All right. There we go. Okie dokie. Dunzo. This is one of them that's on our card buffet that you can come and make if you come to class here. So much fun. There we go. Have all these blends in the bucket, and you just stamp away. I love the blends. I use them a lot. So I am going to turn this around. So let's put this here too. Maybe we'll get a good, I always try to get a good shot but it usually doesn't turn out. I mean, they always pick something different of what we use today. So, hello, Mary. I am going to turn this around. There we go. Coming around. Hello. Okay, that's it. Such a cute stamp set. It would make a cute, like you could do different things. I'm wondering, there's other things that you could do with it. I think you could maybe change some of the hat or make it into something other than just Halloween. I might have to think on that for Friday. So thank you so much for joining me. Y'all have a great day. I will see you Friday. I should be on at 2 o'clock on Friday. So take care. Bye-bye. Maybe. Again, I don't know why it doesn't always work.